Bitcoin is finally exploding today here to the upside. And now the big question is, will we finally break through this resistance that we are facing and going to a new all-time high, or will we get hammered down here one last time? And of course, I'm also going to talk about some altcoins that are on the move right now. So if you think that's interesting, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, like this video, and activate the bell so you never miss out on these really important Bitcoin updates. And now let's jump directly into it. So what we can see here on the daily chart, on the Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern, we are now nearing the price level that I was talking about, that red box here a while ago, that we need to reclaim to initiate the spring of the Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern and get a breakout to the upside. Potentially we can reach this level by today. The first level that we need to reclaim for that would be $70,300. We're $600 away from it, so roughly just 1%. So, and of course, it is in the cards right now because we're trading above $69,400. So if I would draw here a line, you're also going to see it later on some other charts. Here, 16, oh, there it actually was 69,400. Let me just get this. So why 69,400? Because every single time when we were above 69,400, we saw Bitcoin making huge moves to the upside. Also, when we lose that level or lost that level, we saw major swings to the downside. And now we are trying to stay above that level here once again. If we get a daily close above that, the doors are open to go to $70,000 and beyond. I'm also going to show you in a moment where we get some fuel for that, for a move to 70,000. Here on our 30 time frames chart over the weekend, you see you can really set a clock on these weekend ranges. So when we get into it, we consolidate for a long time, and then when Monday the market is opening, you get either a move to the downside or to the upside. And here was a massive move to the upside that we have seen here today, and not much more to say about that. So here on the 12-hourly chart, you can clearly see why I am saying the $69,400 level is so crucial here to reclaim for Bitcoin, because we have the golden ratio sitting exactly at that specific level. And also, guys, don't forget, I mentioned to you, once we're breaking this downward sloping trend line, I don't believe that Bitcoin is coming anytime soon back to these levels. So I hope you took your chance yesterday and got in here into our green support box before we saw a move here to the upside. And again, the indicators are clearly showing us that we should definitely move now here to the upside. We still have a W pattern that's also playing out. I written here, see, once we are closing above $69,570 above the golden ratio, the W pattern is in play, and that would give us, let's take it conservatively, a price target of $72,500. But there's also another pattern that is potentially showing us higher, a higher move than $72,000. One of them is that symmetrical triangle on the daily chart that we finally also broke it to the upside. Guys, I showed you actually the other day, yesterday, I told you that today would be the last day to break out of it. And luckily we got this break. We only need to close now today in these price levels here to confirm that. Also on the RSI, we got really close to the 50% level. We got to like 52. And from there got the bounce. Remember, I told you we either get really close to it or we get to that level. There was a possibility of a premature bounce here. So we have now here technically a higher low on the RSI compared to that one here. And also this was, of course, lower. And we got the buy signal on the stochastic. And here the MACD is also printing a lighter red candle today, obviously with a move like that. And a potential buy signal with today's candle close. So if we get here a buy signal on the MACD, I'm pretty sure that by tomorrow we are trading above $71,000. The Bollinger Band on this 4-hourly chart is also clearly showing that we are here in a massive uptrend. Bulls are in full control. Our trade setup here from $67,400 is finally also printing money. So we are in a nice profit here from this entry point that I've given you. We are up 3.13%. That is a nice return for a Bitcoin trade so far. So just put your stop loss to the entry level, I think that's quite safe right now to have your stop loss over there. And yeah, the targets still remain the same here, $74,518, while the Bitcoin price is breaking out of the Bollinger Band. So I just want to remind you here, when you see something like this, where price action is slightly above the Bollinger Band, at some point we're gonna snap back into the Bollinger Band. What we need to hope for is, once that is happening, that Bitcoin moved around the $71,000 mark, and that the Bollinger Band also turned here to the upside, and that the middle band, so now it will most likely go like this, that the middle band is sitting above $70,000 when we come back and retest this, move higher within the Bollinger Band. Also here, once we are coming back into the Bollinger Band, we usually get a consolidation phase where we come all the way back to the bottom of the Bollinger Band and then see another move to the upside. So I just want to show you that here. You see here, massive move to the upside, correction. Massive move to the upside, sideways movement, correction. Move to the upside, correction. Move to the upside, correction. So be aware of that while we are here outside the Bollinger Band with the price action, and we will come back into it for a correction. So of course here, as long as we keep going for another day or two to the upside, the correction level will be above major resistance that we are clearing right now. Then we need to see where it's going to take us from there. Then on this 4-hourly chart, we also see here the symmetrical triangle on the 4-hourly chart breaking out right now with a flip of the EMA ribbon. The EMA ribbon is really important for us because also this will act as support the higher we go. So the only issue that we always have, remember guys, I'm saying this all the time, when we are moving too far away price-wise from the EMA ribbon, price comes back to retest this new flip at some point. So here in this case, if we keep that trajectory to the upside, the next retest could be somewhere around 68,700 to like 69,200, $300. In my opinion. So let's just hope that Bitcoin keeps going up here in a more or less parabolic way over the next 48 hours, because the EMA ribbon will then follow suit in that kind of angle. And when we get a retest, we are above $69,000, $70,000. And of course, the technical target for this symmetrical triangle is also quite high here. When we're measuring it from top to bottom, you see that is giving us here a target of $75,000 and $100, almost $75,091. Do I like the breakout right now, the point of the breakout? I'm not really convinced I like the point of the breakout here. So we are technically in the right frame to break out, but I would have liked a breakout out of that symmetrical triangle more like here at that point, or here, just a little bit closer to the apex than at the earliest possible moment in an optimal sense for a breakout. Because sometimes we're just going to see a fake out where we come back, and when we get the fake out, we're not coming back up again. Trajectory is then to the downside. So also something that you should think about, and that's why I'm saying put your stop losses to your entry levels on the Bitcoin position that we are trading right now, just in case if that is starting to turn on us, that you at least don't lose any money. Now the liquidation levels, I told you guys, I told you the direction is to the upside because there is the big liquidity sitting. Even though we have more long liquidation levels now below us, but again, to reach these levels below us is much harder than to drive price to the upside. Hence why we are seeing now price finally pushing to the upside. We were suppressed for a long time price-wise, and now the snap is here in full swing and pushing us to the upside. The next bigger liquidation levels that we need to look out for here on the last 24 hours is the $69,900 level. And once we are reaching $70,150, I expect a squeeze to $70,600 and then all the way up to $72,000. You're also going to see that when I go into a higher time frame here on the monthly, on the heat map. See here, the next bigger level where a lot of short liquidity is concentrated is around the $72,000 level. There's over $1 billion sitting there. And I think that's also the initial target here of that move, the $72,000 level. We're going to get a short squeeze around 71,200 into the $72,000 level. And if we can break that level, we're going to get another move to 72,800, potentially $73,000. Here to the downside, the long liquidity is sitting here at $65,700. I don't believe that we're going to get there anytime soon with such a move that we are experiencing here right now. And guys, don't forget, if you want to trade anywhere, trade with me together on a BYBIT. You still get $30,000 for signing up there. And without any KYC, you can trade on Margex. Also, BLOFIN still has the deposit campaign going on. For another 5 days, we get $300 absolutely for free for just depositing a little bit of money. So go and grab your $300. It's not a lot that you need to deposit for that. And otherwise, go to FAIRDESK. There you still get the highest bonus in the industry, $120,000 for just copy trading me. All these links are in the description below and under the pinned comment of this video. So go and check this out because you helped me a lot by supporting the channel by doing this. So now let's talk about Ethereum, because here Ethereum is still trading in this resistance block here between $3,817. When you all these numbers all the time make me crazy, all the way up to $3,870. Once we are breaking this level, Ethereum should be ready to move in direction of $4,135 here, our technical target from this downward sloping channel here on the 4-hourly chart. Indicators are also all experiencing bullish signals across the board, and that's of course what we want to see here. Here's no bearish divergence or something, so there's still a lot of room for Ethereum to go here to the upside, at least another 8 hours in my opinion. And in these 8 hours, we can leave the trading range that we are trading in right now and break also this resistance area that we are retesting at this given moment here. So I believe that once that level is broken, Ethereum will not come back for a long time below that level here, under $3,800, because once we are past $4,000, I believe that somewhere between $3,900 and $4,000 will be new support established. And from there, it's also only higher over the next couple of weeks and months here for Ethereum. So that might be your last chance to get Ethereum under $4,000 before you are basically have to wait for the next bear market. The Ethereum Bitcoin chart is of course not looking so good right now, because if Bitcoin is pushing to the upside, so here we are losing a little bit. But overall, as long as we are holding this box here and above the 0.054 level, you don't need really to be concerned about this, because I believe here over the next couple of days we potentially gonna break through this level and hold actually above this level and move then way higher. Now, some of the altcoins that we need to talk about. Remember, I told you FDM was one of the coins that I'm looking at to buy right now. So I have I've actually 2 FDM positions open. I just need to update this spreadsheet. Remember, guys, I told you yesterday to buy it because the indicators were all screaming that this is a really good buying opportunity here. We got our buy signal. The RSI is massively pointing to the upside. Lighter red candle on the MACD broke this 3 months downward sloping trend here. We are in the process of breaking it. Once that is confirmed with today's daily close, that is your final buy signal. You will not have another chance to get FDM at these prices, because then it will just keep going and going. And here the initial targets, I'm gonna go here to the Fibonacci extensions. The initial target is here $1, and after $1 is the next one, $1.70. And honestly, this is the target where I want to take massive profits. But of course, that is a swing position, guys. Remember that. That is something for the long run, and where you also make most of the money. So if you enter now all the way up there, that's over 100% move. You put 10x leverage on that, you make 10x on your money on that move here to the upside. So that is what I'm looking for. I don't care if I have to wait a month or two, because these are entries right now that we are getting that you will not see again for a pretty long time. The same with Optimism. Optimism is more or less printing the same picture like FDM. We are here in the support zone. We start to move here now to the upside. Also here we have a really long established downward sloping trend line and that we are getting closer for a potential break. The break here is sitting around $2.53. We are now at $2.46, so we need another 2% to break through this level. Once that level is broken, expect Optimism also going back to the upside. And here my initial target is the prior all-time high of $4.86. That is, of course, from current prices, also a nice 95% move here to the upside. Solana also trying and retesting this downward sloping trend here and getting out of the golden ratio. That is definitely also a bullish indication for also all the meme coins on Solana. Just want to remind you, for example, with might be a trade that I'm going to give you here again really soon, potentially even after this video. I did not look today at it, but I might trade this today. But I might wait for a breakout of this downward sloping trend line just to be really, really sure. But from the indicators, everything is bullish here. You see this across the board right now in all major altcoins. So here the target remains $200, afterwards $256. I want to remind you that I still have my Solana position. I'm a little bit underwater on it because I opened at $171. So I'm like 3% underwater with my position, but I'm fine holding it because I have a bigger picture here in my mind with the higher targets. And potentially after 256, I might hold a little bit of my position and trade this into a new all-time high on Solana. Also near trying to leave here the golden ratio and out of our support zone that we had. The next target would be $8.11 and past that here $9.74. The $9.74 is the target where I want to hold this to. If we would lose the support area, then we would most likely go lower here to the next one to $6.06. But again, as long as Bitcoin is moving, overall the market is anticipating that move. I don't expect here major corrections to the downside. Also here, we will see a proper pinch tomorrow in the stochastic RSI, in my opinion. The MACD also about to signal that the selling pressure is fading away and bears are losing control here while bulls are taking over, and the RSI also slightly going to the upside. So here also a lot of bullish indications. If you want to still play it really, really safe here with near before you enter it, then here's your downward sloping trend line at $7.42. So here roughly 1.5% from current prices before you want to enter this and trade this here to at least $9.74. So here we can quickly have a look here with the Fibonacci extension levels. Sorry, I don't need to because they're already there. So here the Fibonacci extension levels would tell us that the next target would be $12.19. So when we're getting here to $9.74, I might hold a little bit of my position to see if we're going to reach here a new all-time high. And guys, that's it for today's update already. I hope you took advantage of that massive price explosion that I was talking about for the last couple of days, why a lot of people called me crazy. And don't forget, smash off the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'm going to see you then again with more money tomorrow.